All right, what's going on, guys? RGL, I think it's 6A or 6B, one of the last matches of the season. And this is a big one for playoffs. 100B already securing their spots, but this is entirely for King's Crew. King's Crew, they had a really rough start of the season, and they've been pulling it back together with the pickup of Patty, but this is the make or break. This is the last match of their season, and they are about 3 round points ahead of Rat Jail, and Rat Jail have 2 matches left. So just to catch that playoff spot, they have to try and win as many rounds as possible, if not win this game. I'm with Zagron.
Hello, I'm Zagron. Happy to be here. The Marmaloo casting the Sixes match. Not a familiar face on the Sixes stream, more of a Highlander player, but do have an appreciation for the game mode and I'm excited to see this match. It does matter, like you said, these teams need all the points they can get going into the playoffs.
Yeah, so for people that don't really understand the point system, compared to ESEA, which a lot of people are more familiar with, where it's based on maps, every single match you have some stake in. So I think if you lose, every round you get is worth 1/4 of a point if it goes to 5 rounds. So some matches that they didn't take as seriously is really going to matter in the end here. So, like I said, every single round is going to matter, and King's Crew's got to hope to get the win, because if they get this win, they're really set, and it's going to be all on Rat Jail to get rounds off Froyo and then try and beat High Five Demo.
Yep, and like you said, this is going to be the King's Crew vs 100 Beasts match on Granary. We can go down the rosters real quick. I'll start off with the 100 Beasts. We have Jay and Yite on Scout, Ash and Showstopper on Soldier, Bot Mode on Demo, and 4-4 on Medic.
Yeah, and on King's Crew, we have Yosh and Sandblast. Sandblast running the combo. Patty on Pocket, Trip on Roamer with Psy and Bear finishing up the roster. And just looking at these teams, they are kind of built a bit similarly, where Patty and Trip are going to try and buy some space for the scouts, but the entirety of 100B is going to be based on basically Jay, Yite, and bot mode. Ash and Show are going to be trying to bomb around and draw eyes, get some coordination, and maybe pick off a med, get a back cap or two. But yeah, main eyes are going to have to be on bot mode. And Jay, I'm saying at least on 100B.
Yep, those two carry players for 100B, they're going to have a lot of work to do on this granary. Like you said, those soldiers playing more of the bait, open space for your team, and just get the damage in so they can get that cleaned up. And you mentioned that both these teams are built similarly. Where would you say that the key players stack up against each other?
Yeah, so I think the main difference is that the entirety of King's Crew plays a lot more combo centric, with Trip playing more of a just filling the holes guy, making sure nothing gets behind. It's going to be a lot on Patty and Sandblast to push the team forward, Sai to come in last, do a lot of damage, get some kills. And it's going to be a lot on these Ubers, especially on a map like Granary, where you can take it really slow, and taking the safer call is sometimes better than the riskier call, because rounds can steamroll on this map, especially.
Yeah, it's going to be about keeping that momentum for these teams. If they can get rolling, they can stack up those points and secure the match. Also keep that mental game going for them. So we do have 11 in the server, just waiting for Yosh to join a team here. So real quick, Marmaloo, if you want to go down your keys to the game for either roster here, trying to see what they need to make sure to do and to avoid if they want to get these points.
I'm King's Crew. I want to win these mids quick. I want to make sure we at least get 1 or 2 rounds in the game, get a foot in it. Don't let the game get taken over by 100B, because they can take it slow, and they have so many good callers and smart players on their team where it's going to be really hard to beat these stalemates. And if I'm 100B, I just want to make sure that the scouts don't go rampant, and make sure Patty doesn't get away with his Uber exchanges. And you want to bait those out a lot of times and make sure that you're always popping second.
All right, that controlled team fights we're looking for from that side. And we do have all 12 now on their teams just waiting for that ready up. Like you mentioned at the top of the cast, this is week 6B apparently. So that means that there's 2 to 3 more matches that matter for most of these invite teams and when we're going to come into playoffs. It's going to be a 4-team playoff. So assuming that King's Crew can make playoffs here, where do you think they'd stack up against their other potential rivals for that spot, since we're just waiting for the ready up coming in?
If they make playoffs, I could see them getting second. And the same thing with Rat Jail, who it's a 3-team race where it's kind of awkward. It's High Five Demo, King's Crew, and Rat Jail. And the entire season's basically going to end up on the match versus Rat Jail versus High Five Demo, and King's Crew need to win out here. And I could see any of those 3 teams getting second and upsetting 100B if they're playing their cards right and enough people are doing their job.
All right, well, 100B got a lot to prove then, and they will be starting out this match. Hopefully, they can keep that sheet as clean as possible, like you mentioned. So, again, just waiting for that ready up. This is when it gets a bit awkward. We're trying to keep filling for time, but yeah, it's an exciting end of the season coming up here. So, a lot of teams, like you said, in a race for playoffs, and then people trying to contest at the top for that, first place prize or that grand finals appearance.
Yeah, just gotta go to the next LAN. You gotta love LAN coming back for an actual league.
It's
Brings a
true.
little bit more hype than just more online TF2.
And we've got the RGL LAN finals coming up here. If you want to plug that a bit while we're waiting, you can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I think it's in New Jersey. I'm not sure the date, but I think it's in March, and it's going to be a 14 playoff, double a limb, and it'll really show who's the best. Because a lot of times Froyo hasn't been to these smaller lands that have been happening, so you haven't been able to see them play on land and play against their opposition. And this is definitely one of the best opportunities. 100B, a very solid team. They took a map off of Froyo earlier, but that's besides the point. And do you want to predict who's going to win this game? Give a score.
I'd have to go with the safe bet of 100B. What I know about them is they have really, really good star players who are just able to take over games by themselves. If I were to predict the score, I'd say 5-2. It's probably safe. Maybe 5-3, depending on how King's Crew can get things rolling. Hopefully they can get things rolling. We never really want that 5-0 in a casted match. So, hopefully it is a bit competitive.
I'm gonna go on a limb. Gonna root for my boy Trip. I think if they're gonna win, it's probably gonna be a decently slow match with a bit of sniper and just taking it slow, getting a trip sack. And I think it's gonna be a 4-3 for King's Crew.
Timing out the match.
Yeah.
You didn't mention that sniper. There's actually a lot of good off classes in this match. We can go ahead and talk about that. So, who do you think is going to be seeing the off classing and what we think we're going to get? Because there can be a lot of things on Grand Ring. Engineer's good for last. Sniper's amazing on last. Spy can even be used.
Yeah, so the main off classes you're really gonna see is just a Yosh and Sandblast sniper. They don't usually run spy, but on the side of 100B, they have Jay, he's really good at sniper. Yite's solid at sniper, and Show, I've seen Show run heavy to multiple lasts, and you may see it a couple times when they have ad and they just run out of heavy, gonna be fully buffed out of a door at the end of a fight. Maybe a Show spy, even a Show sniper. Any of those could come out, and the gimmicks could come through. But the main thing I'd want to watch out for is the back caps. Because one back cap on this map, you can just win the round. If someone sneaks behind and you get the right timing, your team stops mid, there's nothing the other team can do. And if you're King's Crew, you got to hope that you let no one get behind at all times. When you're playing flank, you got to be watching very carefully.
Yeah, you did mention to me before we started the cast that we could see a lot of players try to go for those long flanks and maybe even for those back caps. Yoshi mentioned one of them on scout there. So there's definitely a lot of options for these teams to play out fights if they don't go quite their way. And we do have 12 in the service still, just waiting for the ready up. If we get word on what the delay is, we'll let you know. Dolphin can chime in on that. But for now, we're still waiting a bit. Good things come to those who wait.
Yeah, so one thing about Patty teams is he likes to wrap sometimes. Like he likes to trade. That's the number one. Patty loves Ubers. You may see a couple wraps on this map, and if they can pull it off, they could get a round upset right there. Or if they don't pull it off well, that may just be a round loss. And if they want to play a bit risky, I could see it happening. But you got to be confident in your calls, and Patty is so confident. The one word I'd describe him: confidence.
Yep, if there is one general rule in TF2 to follow, it's that everyone making the same call, even if it's a bad call, is better than people making split calls. So if King's Crew really are on that same page where Patty's the confident leader and can lead his team all in on a push, then we might see them take that momentum, as you mentioned. So we're going to have to hope we can see that coming in. Still waiting a bit. We do have one team ready up, 100B, so just waiting on King's Crew to get this match started. We can talk about mid fights a little here since we're probably gonna get soon, and that's the first thing we're gonna see. So, what are you expecting on the mid fights from these teams?
From what I've seen, King's Crew likes going catwalk. And the thing about this mid is there's two mids that are just viable. There's actually three, but one of them's kind of cheesy. But one mid, you roll out your med choke so we avoid spam. Your demo goes floor, or your demo goes catwalk and gets bowed. Or you roll out catwalk and try and get all the high ground possible and just hope that your scouts can stop soldiers from bombing your med. And the main thing you want to watch out for is just the demo v demo in the very first bit, because if the other demo's not playing safe, both scouts and a demo spamming can pick him off before he gets a pack, before he gets bowed. And if you let the demo go rampant too much on this mid, you may have to go choke and just avoid all that spam, but also forfeit the high ground.
Yep, Granary mid, tons of high ground with the crates and the catwalks, and tons of spam to go with it. So the early damage will be so impactful in these mid fights. And just like that, we do have the last ready up coming in from 100B, so we're about to get started here.
Yep. So first mid, I'm hoping there's a special rollout from a special man Tripwire, and if not, I don't think it's not looking like it. So I'm gonna watch Psy on this mid. I want to see if he can lock out bot mode. Both demos going catwalk, trading stickies. So far playing pretty default and a lot of damage out on a bunch of players on 100B. Patty getting a bit aggro. Both teams trading crates. Ash still in that garage, and I think 100B or Kingshu's about to go for the bomb. Trip fading off.
Here's the bomb in. Soldier on top of Baradactyl's head, and he does get that kill, so he's going to get that one. Patty trading onto Showstopper, but that is an advantage for the side of 100B. Scout's going to come in, Yite cleans up and gets a 3k off of that bomb damage, so great collapse from 100B there to clean up that team fight. Really cohesive.
Psy is behind with Yo. Shy doing a lot of damage, but you want to die sooner than later. Just get that respawn out of the way. But good job from Show. An even better cleanup by Yite. Everybody collapsing, and I think all of King's Crew started looking down, dropped to the floor, and Yite just got that meta. You don't like that. Full ad on the side of 100B. Building a gun. They're trying to get some damage on point. And the main thing that you want to see from 100B is to take out this gun, and Jay is getting in early, getting that info. There is a sniper. 4-4 really weak, ends up popping.
Yep, early pop here. Gun's gonna go down early. Team's trying to spread out on the corner now. Uber's getting flashed all over the place as Scout's trying to run down on the enemy demo man. Here's the heavy out from Sandblast trying to get that point defense. He's doing a bit of damage, but the cleanup is there for 100B right now. Numbers are actually even. It's 3v3 now, 2v2, and King's Crew actually get that win out with the defense. Good job by Saigai, Patty, and Sandblast to get that cleanup, and just like that, they win that fight at a full Uber Desad.
Yeah, just getting a good kite and having a heavy at post at the end of the Uber when everything gets scrappy. That's always scary. 300 HP just chipping you down, and good job by, I think it was Patty who killed the med, and it's going to even it out, and King's Crew get off their last, but Yite's trying to peek into lunch, and they're going to get out, and it's going to stalemate most likely, and you're going to see either 100B pushing lunch with both soldiers, or them trying to pressure point and maybe get some spam on a player. And I think both meds are on Uber, and they're just playing it safe, making sure no one gets through that drop. But I wouldn't see Trip going down that drop.
Yeah, teams are actually perfectly even right now. They both have similar Uber, 10% fluctuating difference between them. No one running off classers, so really just a big stalemate here as we wait for the teams to get the Ubers. 100B gets theirs first, but the side of King's Crew will be building that up. So right now, grouping up outside of the right side shutter, trying to push in 100B. It doesn't look like anyone's spotted them quite yet, but there's plenty of noise to indicate this is happening. At the same time, they want to walk bot mode in through the main shutter. Soldier jumping up through Lunchbox, trying to get some ground. But right now, 100B just kind of edging the entire right side, seeing what space they can find here. But nothing quite yet, as both teams do have Uber.
So now they get Lunchbox. They're going to try and sack Ash through this door if they can, but both soldiers playing close, and Ash ends up cratering. But Show's going to commit as well. Gets a good rocket onto Bear, but that's not enough. And now 2 soldiers down. You're going to see King's Crew trying to get through in the left yard, which they do. Actually, Patty's trying to take it through Shutter. He's taking so much damage. Bot mode doing so much and shutting them out. And they're going to trade 1 for 1, and good job by bot mode stalling that out. Not sure why Patty wanted to brute force it through there, but now 100B wants to take a trade in. J in. Flash is coming out, and it's looking like it's probably going to reset at this point with spawners coming in from 100B.
Yep, Ubers ended up being even, and nothing really happened there after that trade, so both teams just gonna back up and set up to start building Uber again. Like you mentioned, that defense from bot mode in the shutter was so good. Even down 2 soldiers, they successfully held yard, so they're gonna be able to walk back in, try to edge this point up. No team has Uber, so this is a completely dry push. Sandblast can get piped down and by bot mode, so now there's a lot of space to walk forward. They're taking a lot of spam in the front, the 100B. Bot mode's still here, full HP, and the scout's gonna walk in with the soldiers trying to get a pick. Paddy goes low, but Yike gets cleaned up by Paddy in that corner, so that's gonna be a 2-man advantage for the side of King's Crew. Great defense on that end to kite out the scout rush, and like that, they're gonna take yard.
Yeah, good job from Paddy. Show pushing lunch and just not hitting the rockets on Trip, and Paddy just jumps up, gets him, gets Yite, and now they're gonna get into yard, which is really good. A lot of people call this map 7
He
CP.
sinks 2 rockets on 4-4 before he got Uber. Trip by getting that pick, super important. And now King's Crew have this full Uber advantage. They're gonna stalemate in yard right now as they wait for it and rotate out, but they do have a full ad here. Guy trying to get the sack into force, but didn't get it off.
A great play by Trip in transition, gets through Garage, and just gets on the med when no one's looking. King's Crew gonna take it slow, try and not get forced. Ash is in on Paddy, gets cleaned up, shows in on the med, nice pipe from Sign. They're gonna keep Uber. And there's going to be no soldiers on the side of 100B. And this is where the steamroll starts. If they can't start... They didn't get a force, and it's only 40% on 404.
Watch Jet on the sniper. Does not hit the shot, so now he's going to get zoned out of the shutter. Going to just back spawn there. So full Uber for King's Crew walking in a second here. 100B is only at 70% right now, so he's going to back out and continue building this. Yeah, they're going to try to collapse on him, but does get out. And the Uber into last immediately, trying to get any picks that they can. Paddy and Bear are in together with a gun building, and they didn't really find anything on that. They did get bot mode, but they're going to have to reset while they get their players healed up.
Yeah, Sandblast and Paddy were really on different pages. Paddy wanted to take the Uber in. Sandblast just wasn't there to help Scout speed the med, and now, because of that, now it's going to be huge add on 404, but they just dropped a Scout, the combo Scout, and now they have to decide if they want to push without him, which it looks like they're trying to go from the right shutter from the defender's perspective. And they're walking in. Trip's right above. Bot mode's in. Trip should get cleaned up. Bot mode 1 HP. Misses the arrow. They get Yite. And now they can keep spamming this point. It's going to be really rough, especially with King's Crew almost going to have this Uber. I could see Jay running straight
Paddy's
into them.
really close here. I think he's going to want to defend this when they get Uber. Trying to just stay close. It does get capped up though, so it's a bit late. Paddy's walking forward now, does get Ubered right there, saves his life as he gets stunted on the wall, so he just jumps through. Doesn't actually get anything, and when they can't get that force, they're gonna have to leave. Yeah, so they're all the way out. King Crew an unsuccessful trade there, and now 100B with a full advantage as well as getting that point. So they're gonna look to walk through yard here.
What a disaster. He takes the aggro Uber, doesn't see the red ammo, and just shoots 2 rockets and leaves. So now full ad from 100B. This is where you want to see a flank play. Maybe call that they're going garage, push choke, but looks like they're going to play for the force here. And Trip in on 404, hits a good rocket with his bows out. 404 his bows out, and about 60 ad for King's Crew. But Ash actually hits 2 nice rockets. They're going to keep steamrolling this. They're not ready. Sandblast gets Ash, doesn't get cleaned up. Yosh trying to peel for him. And really good job from King's Crew recovering from that.
Yeah, great movement on their scouts there to live that, and while they did lose players, they're going to keep their med here, they're going to keep this 50% Uber ad, and they will go back into second right now, finish building it up and getting their spawners back. So good cat out from them. They got what they wanted with that Uber. Shout out to Trip for getting that force again. So good play. And now King's Crew are going to walk out onto their right yard here trying to retake, and looks like 100B don't want any of it. They're going to wait back on mid since they know they're at that Uber dis ad.
With it being short, they have to decide if they want to go all in with the demo bomb or try and milk it. And it looks like they're dropping bottom left, taking all the low ground. They're going to pop right in, but nothing is close, and Paddy's not going to get anything with this Uber. And this leapfrog's going to be instant.
Paddy got left out to dry.
Has Uber now. Paddy's dead, and they're not even going to get cap. This is going to be so bad if anybody gets caught. Trip coming in. 4-4 baiting perfectly, and 2 soldiers down on King's Crew, and it's a steamroll in the other way. It's going to be all on side to try and get a kill. Try and get a drop maybe, but this should be second for 100B and maybe even attempting to push last with their ads still.
Yep, it's 50% Uber for Bear right now on the side of King's Crew, 60 now, so they're going to have a bit of time as the second splits get capped up. Whether or not they'll get it in time for the defense is up for grabs, but right now it looks good for 100B. They're going to be able to walk into last with Uber. They're trying to go fast before King's Crew get theirs.
Well, it's not looking good. Bear's about to have unless something happens, but they do pop it. 4-4 is caught if people start shooting him. Sandblast actually not hitting the shots, killing Ash. He's gonna die. And that's really big. Jay pulling people back. Shows in, but
Ooh,
a
one
big
rocket's all it
flank
took.
from Patty to kill the med and scout. So really good hold once again from King's Crew. Bend but don't break on last. And now if they can deny, they deny 3 spawners, and this mid should be King's Crew's, but bot mode could try and get a trap kill, getting aggro on the crate. Trips committing.
Soldier's early. Yeah, Trip all the way in. That demo's left out to dry. Bot mode gonna go down for sure here. Does get a sticky kill into Yosh, so that's a consolation, but they are down demo man here, and with that mid is very hard to contest. There's gonna have people try to walk in through choke right now.
Ash is
Scout's
still
on the
forwards.
crate. Yeah, they're trying to get something done here. Scout gets air pipe. Jay going down by Psy Guy as Showstopper is in trying to get that medic kill. One rocket can't the other. Bears all over the place and does eventually get cleaned up by Yite after surfing into him. But on the other side, Sandblast cleans up 4-4-2. So crazy fight. Both good collapses in from both sides, and it's just the spawning dome man left. Mid gets capped up by King's Crew, and we haven't had a round yet, but we've had so many mid caps.
Psy going for it and choke, and that's a really bad death. Now mid is going to be a lot harder to hold, even if you have forwards. They can lock out these doors a lot better now. And really good play by Ash and Show, getting on the med, launching him in. Ash trying to get on the lamp and gets killed. And also Jay overextending, really weak. He may get out, but they're going to get mid back again. And even Ubers, it's going to slow down most likely. Actually, one soldier down on the side of 100B, and they're going to try and, King's going to try and get through garage, but these stickies above are, it's going to take them a bit of time.
Yep, fake call in there from 4-4 trying to make King's Crew hesitate a bit, get some time, and Sandblast will go down from spam in that doorway, so that's going to be a man ad that 100B have to work with. They have a small Uber this side. It's not enough for either team to do anything. Both teams are going to have Uber for the next fight, and it's just going to be a mid sit right now for King's Crew as we wait for that fight.
Yeah, so you're going to want your eyes to be on Trip, because a lot of this team's stalemate breaking is going to be Trip one-manning, or if Patty's getting impatient, he's going to take a trade himself. But a lot of times you see teams try to run a flank scout behind, but Jay catches a pipe. That's a Psy classic. Just hitting pipes you shouldn't and getting killed for no reason. And now they're trying to pressure garage. Trip trying to get through choke, gets found out, and Yosh is trying to get through, gets a lot of
Trip
damage.
Bombing in, doesn't get anything on that sack, so just trading that soldier. Not successful. They're gonna have to wait again for this Uber trade or a spawner. And right now, it looks like Yite is walking in right side with his soldier. They're trying to for a force or something, and Yite just gets left out and just dies without doing anything. And it's gonna be another another one-man trade right now, as both teams just again waiting for an advantage to come their way.
Yeah, with one scout down, I'd like to see someone sack before another scout gets here, because that's just one less player to actually shoot the soldier out of the sky. And Trip going choke again. No, he's going back garage. He's going choke.
Yeah, he's getting a buff. They want to get him in there.
And they're gonna try and draw eyes once again. Maybe try and pressure into right yard. Trip gets found out again. Yosh gets killed by a trap. Trip actually wins the 1v1, and Yite is on sniper. He's running choke. No scouts on the side of King's Crew, so you don't have any speed. And King's Crew's gonna give up this mid.
Oh, what a shot from Yite. Goes far left, sees this tight angle as the medic is backing out of garage and hits that drop. Now 4-4 has a full Uber advantage to work with. They're going to cap up for mid for free here, and then they're going to go second with this ad to work with. We're going to have to see what King's Crew's plan is, because they want to get this force in. They don't want to have to defend last without an Uber against a full Uber. Both soldiers flanking the garage right now, trying to get any pressure, but it's getting cleared out really well by 100B. They're gonna kill Trip, and the other soldier has to retreat. So Yosh on the counter sniper, seeing if he can get anything done, but 100B going right yard, so that sightline is not there.
Yeah, great shot from Yite. No one expected that, and he just hits the crack when he's trying to leave garage. And they're gonna try and take it straight through the top. They end up getting forced, and they're gonna get Patty down. Trip's still dead, and they're gonna slow it down. Peek their sniper right with their demo. They have all the ground in the world, and there's nothing anyone can do with no soldiers up. But now that Trip's up, they're going to take it straight to him. They're going to catch out Yite.
He's dodging. He's getting arrowed. He does go down
shows
to the end,
in on the demo, and off of that, they get a demo pick. And they're going to peek again, but the spawners are coming in from King's Crew, which is going to be a bit iffy for 100B. Ash is going to get traded right out. And Patty's walking in.
Yeah, they're so close here.
They
And
overstepped it.
They walked past that shutter a step too far and instantly got cleaned up by Spam. So that defense coming in for King's Crew. I don't know what 100B's Uber got forced by up top, but it was a good play to do it early because after that, it looked like kind of just a try to force everything in there and get last, and it didn't work out. So we are still scoreless here as King's Crew going to walk into yard. They do have full Uber advantage as 4-4 just spawned up, so mid should theoretically be free as well.
Yeah, great drop from Patty. Patty actually doing damage to the scout and the soldier and the med top, forcing the Uber and then spawning back up and getting another pick. And they're going to take it through.
Oh,
great
early
spam from 100B to stall that Uber. At the best, they're going to get Ash, and they do. And they're going to instantly rush Lunchbox with the roamer down. Almost aware, sticking it, Sai got caught out.
Patty jumps through the sticky, he's gonna get on this med, hits 2 rockets, but the second one doesn't do enough damage. 4-4 lives off that one, so trades going back and forth, both teams down 2 players. And it looks like there's more fights in left yard. Scout flanking right now. Jay gonna try to get onto this combo, but does get cleaned up as Patty gets killed. Yite trades trip back on that soldier. So now King's Crew again without soldiers. Patty's a spawner gonna be coming in late. Here he is. And it's gonna be 90% Uber for 4-4, only 65 for Bears. So small Uber ad, but King's Crew do have position on this mid. So it's gonna be a bit of a hectic fight coming in here.
So bot mode looks like he wants to try and take it
They
through
want to go
catwalk.
fast.
And if they don't go fast enough, this could be bad. And it looks like they're gonna call it off with no scout on the beam. Ash is gonna... Actually, they're pushing off of it. Patty on the med, doesn't hit good enough rockets. He gets cleaned up. They trade soldier for soldier. Tripped on the high ground. Shoots the scout. And Sandblast is behind. On the med. Gets the force.
Perfect play from Sandblast there. Once that distraction's in, you get in, get that force. Now Bear sitting on 100%. 100B looking to try, like they want to get in here, like they want to get anything, but they can't get through those choke points. And now full Uber is had for King's Crew. It's going to be that push into yard once they get their last up.
If King's Crew wants to milk this, they're most likely going to go choke. But if they're feeling it and they want to try and get through the stickies in garage, be my guest. But with nobody super aggro, they could definitely try and bust into right yard. Show's already at drop down, so if they get a good call, he should get a free force on this med.
Here's the walk down. He's trying to drop down. He sees it, but finds the demo man, not the med. Gonna end up fighting there and gets caught out. So a bit off timing, a bit too late. Now, the King's Crew is in through the right garage here in second, chasing 100B all the way back to last. 4-4 does get Uber in time and pops it out on his scout. Gonna just watch Sandblast distract as he did get 2 kills. That's gonna be a 3 numbers advantage as Showstopper's a late spawn. It's gonna be a 4v5 right here if Sai gets cleaned up. He's 2 HP, but he gets arrowed and lives. This attack is in the left side into last as all the frags are going in favor of King's Crew. 1 player up, it's Showstopper to defend the point, and he can't get it off. Oh, but Scouts and Demo respawning, bombing the point, but they don't block it. That's the first round for King's Crew.
Yeah, 4-4 dropping the demo on there was... That was the round loser. As soon as that demo got dropped and Sandblast lived, the spawners just came in, but it wasn't enough, and Sandblast just stood on the cap.
Sandblast was alive there because he juked around at the end when his Uber ran out, but 4-4's was still up. So great play by Sandblast there to stay alive, not take damage, and be a major factor in that fight.
Both demos dropping to the floor. Showstopper's getting aggro on the crate next to Catwalk, eating a bit of spam. A lot better health on King's Crew, and it's going to be waiting. Trip in high. Patty from the right on the med. They double bomb the med. They get him. A lot of damage on the scout. And this is going to be all about keeping your med alive. 3v3, and King's Crew's going to opt to refight this. Maybe go garage, get that high ground, but bot mode's ahead of him. He's in garage waiting.
Yep, they're opting just to back off, get that Uber since they did kill 4-4 and seeing what they can get on the repush. They know the Demoman was in garage, so they're going to push through choke here. Demoman's caught out, bot mode alone on Catwalk. He's 1 HP. Can he get an arrow or does he get chipped by Sandblast? He's looking for 1 shot and Yosh cleans him up. So a bit alone right there. Bot mode didn't have the support he wanted to start locking them out of those chokes. And now King's Crew on this point, going to get that cap up for free as the rest of 100B is back in yard. Going to just start building their Uber to try to match.
Great play by Sandblast. That's the thing he loves doing. As soon as he sees where the demo is, he's going to instantly rush the other door. And they get in for free. Bombo gets caught out again. They're going to go through garage, taking it to the right yard. Sniper spotted in forwards. Just back spawns, and little bit of ad. If they want to keep going, which it looks like they do, they're going lunchbox. The ad is about to end, but they should get second off this. So really good job, Bear taking spam. And they're going to keep rushing. This is chaotic, and now it's going to slow down.
Ooh, they're
Most
trying to jump
likely.
this soldier up top, but Showstopper surfs the explosives out, get out. So now both teams on full Uber. They're going to be looking to get their buffs in, their heals in. There's an engineer Yite playing on the side of 100B for this defense. Going to be at level 3, ready to go. As there's sticks on right shutter, both teams going to get their heals and wait to position for last.
Yep. So another trip, maybe a 2-man, a 1-man, 2-man, and then sniper. The problem with sniper is there's not many good angles with these shutters. If you overextend, you can get punished really hard and just get forced out of second and lose all control you had. Trying to take top 4 trip. Trip is going to call it off with Sandblast getting picked by bot mode. Both
They're
soldiers.
going to walk their soldiers up, or yeah, as they're going to retake control of this, and King's Crew down Sandblast are opting to back up into Lunchbox. Soldiers going to bomb the point now. Trading positions are Trip and Yite. Or not Yite, excuse me, that's going to be Ash, going to walk forward, and no kills going off yet, but a lot of damage. Bot mode going to have to go back, and that is a level 3 dispenser there, so the defense is very clearly set up here.
Sandblast is holding the door. I'm assuming for the Yosh snipe, the Yosh spy. No, I think he's going sniper. He's just spy checking, but or is he? I don't know. Okay, he is
Yeah,
going
he is on
sniper. Just
sniper.
taking his time.
So there's going to be a lot of hard angles to peek in here as the gun is watching from that side, and because of that 100B looking like there's going to play in the center where there's no sight line. If they can get their sniper up into the top catwalk and hit a crack shot on the medic and then instantly die, that's the only hope the sniper really has. Takes one shot, doesn't find anything, and right now it's going to wait. You're just going to try to peek out the left door with his teammates, but he's going to find no one there.
As soon as 100B knows this, it's going to be who makes a mistake first. 100B maybe somebody peeks the angle, gets caught out. Yoshi is going to go top and try and pick off the soldier who's been spamming this consistently, but I think he knows that there may be a sniper here. See the side of his hat, just misses the headshot. And it's just going to be rough. With them playing close on all the doors, there's not going to be a free shot, and they're going to have to commit somewhat to get a good shot off. But
Yeah,
not showing himself.
I do want to make it known that King's Crew is up 1 round, so this could stalemate for as long as possible, and they wouldn't be too upset with it right now. It's 100B that are eventually going to have to make the first move, as the first half is dwindling down. So right now, Patty trying to peek this corner, get some spam in. They know where the gun is. King's Crew knows where the gun is. They're going to walk Patty on the corner to try to get any spam, and that just kind of looked like an int play, but I guess that's what he wanted to do, and now down that player, and with a sniper too, it's going to be hard for them to defend. It chokes.
The one bright side is he can lock down this right side and make it hard for Med to get in, but getting pressured out, Joe gets picked off, and the combo's going to rotate the point.
He headshot Ash
on
and then got cleaned up. Yep. So that's going to be 2-man advantage. Both soldiers going down. Showstopper got like exploded on himself at upper. So now they're going to try to walk in with this Uber on right. 1 pipe on the gun, but it's getting healed up. 2 pipes. Yosh looking for his angle, but he can't find it yet. As Sandblast going to walk at bot mode. He is 1 HP from dying, but can't get the last shot. So close for Sandblast getting that pick. And we're just going to end up stalemating back as both teams have 6 alive again.
It's going to be a showstopper sniper, but that was the perfect opportunity. No soldiers. It was all on bot mode to lock down the door. And they just didn't get it. Now it's just going to be some SVS. Yoshi is the Highlander sniper, so... Oh, shows off.
He's back on soldier. He only wanted the 1 cheese shot. He wasn't confident taking the 1v1 against Yosh.
I don't blame him.
Yeah. Once again, both teams have had Uber for a very long time at this point. Gun's still here, Sniper's still here. Yosh gonna run in for the God shot. Oh, he wants it so bad, but he's so scared of dying there. It's such a tough position as he is the off class here, and he can't just die, right? Otherwise, that's an advantage for 100B. So they're gonna look for something. He's going for it again, and he can't find it. But Sandblast going down instead of Yosh, so that's gonna be that scout dead. Yosh, its arrow lives. Gonna be able to block off this right shutter again as 100B's trying to peek it. 1 shot, no headshot. Clearing these stickies, now trying to walk in. 100B's trying their best to get in here, but they're just so blocked off by the sniper. They can't get players off. Scout's gonna rush forward with the bomb. This is their attempt, and they do kill that sniper. Showstopper gonna get traded out by Trip, though, on the counter, as the full attack is in here for 100B. Where's their medic? Where's their Uber? They're getting out left yard, so now that 3-man advantage is in the side of King's Crew. They're gonna have space to walk in here with an Uber trade.
The thing is, there is still a gun, and there's still bot mode. Bot mode's not going to let him get this gun for free, but Sandblast's going to take this Uber in on bot mode. Nice bow from 4-4. He ends up popping, but they do get the gun, so this post has a chance, but Patty's not going to be there. So it's going to be a 5v6 if they win. They're going to slow it down again. Maybe try and dry off of the gun being dead and no Ubers being involved.
Yeah, but like I mentioned, they don't really need to do anything because they are at that numbers advantage. We do
Oh,
see
but
Yite.
it's Patty. He's going.
Yeah, he wants to walk in right. Yeah, the gun isn't built up yet. Yeah, it's still on that engineer, and it's still being built in the corner, only level 1. So they're trying to walk through the left shutter here, but they can't get through. Sandblast dies for the 5th time on this last stalemate. Showstopper's the trade. Again, it seems like we're watching a deja vu right here, but that's going to give the gun more time to be built up and moved in. But Patty walking left in with his team right now, trying to get anything they can, but it's just such a brutal choke to walk through. Trip going down on that one. So he's going to have to get that spawn again. Sandblast is up, so we got 5 people still. And no sniper for King's Crew this time, so the shutter's a lot easier to peek
Sandblast.
through.
Right as you said it, Sandblast wanted the sniper. Ash
That is
getting
true.
caught out there, and it's going to be, now Yosh had his shot, now Sandblast. Sandblast wants to take the game into his own
Yeah, he
hands.
wants to show him how it's done. He's going to walk through, try to peek this right side shutter for his team. Just
Oh,
going to
missed the jump.
scope into it, yep. He's trying his best.
All
Soldier
part of his
walking in,
plan.
trying to escort him in. They're going in pretty deep for this escort, trying to get him a shot. Get tanked up, but nothing found. 100 beat is playing in the middle. There's no real sight line to see. As that team just trading spam again. They both have Uber, once again. We're just waiting here. The gun is only level 2, and it's still back on the far spawn gate. So not moved up to that forward position like it was last time. And he did switch off engineer, so the dispenser's gone. He's going to have to rebuild that if they want it. Right side now trying to peek in for the shot are
Sandblast
King's
snuck
Crew.
in a window. He's above them. The soldier didn't see, and if he can...
Oh, Scout.
Oh, he hits a body shot.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he should
Patty.
get traded, and he does.
Yeah, so 1 for 1. Classic from what we've seen here, nothing out of the ordinary. As they're trying to walk forward right now, Patty gonna trade, but bot mode getting that pipe onto Yosh, gonna kill him out. So they're gonna have to force this Uber with only 3 alive.
The
King's Crew
NG.
getting pushed back, yeah.
NG comes in and forces it, and Sandblast is on spy. He's holding the door. Nope, he's on heavy.
He's going for
Patty
that
telling him
back
what to do. He wanted to play spy, but Patty said no, play heavy. And good force by Trip. And now if they can try and bait them into jumping into a fully buffed heavy, this could be good. But if they can spot it out and just get spam off, it's gonna be looking a little bit iffy. But now this voice line coming out, and they're gonna know Sandblast is on heavy. So this is weird. You never see this. And he's not on the silent minigun, so you know he's loud and proud.
Yeah, he's far enough away now though that he wouldn't be hurt immediately, but it does look like 4-4 does know about it, so they will be playing a bit more passive in the doorway. Don't want to peek the corner into a 450 heavy, as that is pretty certain death. Right now, King's Crew going to have about a 20% ad. Not going to matter too much. Not going to be able to push in off it. So now, looks like they're going to try to rotate the left side. Probably want to take Lunchbox again. Not sure how a Lunchbox heavy works out, but it probably is
I want to
powerful.
see this.
Yeah, it
I've never
probably is
seen this,
powerful.
but I want to.
Here's the Lunchbox heavy walk. He has a shotgun.
And he's going.
He's trying to now
And there's a
insta-dead.
trap.
It didn't work that well. Maybe next time.
Please spawn back up. This was way more fun than watching anything else.
Yeah, we need to run that one back. Did not go as expected. So now 100B trying to peek out with that man ad. Gonna walk through into the left yard, trying to jump forward onto Side Guy, but denied pretty well by the scouts.
And a
Bomb
Patty
in,
wrap.
and both Ubers forced right now. Yeah, Patty's wrapping. And it looks like the Uber's gonna be a bit better for the side of King's Crew, as it has run out 100B. Are gonna back up to their side of the yard, but both teams kind of playing on their own sides right now. Patty's gonna be alone walking through Z. Doesn't look like he knows what he wants to do, but there's a fight going on in garage right now. He's behind the entire team. It's going to be a small reset. Patty going to try in for that, but Jay gets that double cleanup. And he
I'd like
does
to see
help
him
his
buy
team.
a bit more time, but now the 2 players just spawning on the side of King's Crew. 100B's trying to get through garage. Trip gets here in time. A lot of damage on the scout.
Soldier Bomb over the top trying to get damage. Yosh and Bear going to get cleaned up as Showstopper gets 2. Big play by him to get his team that fat man advantage. And with the medic down, it's completely panic mode for King's Crew. 4-4 going to have about an 80, maybe 90% Uber by the time they get their medic up, as everyone from King's Crew is dead but Patty, who was a respawner. So let's see what he tries to do here. Is just going to end up backing up. Yosh is already on NG.
That was a big 180, but now they're once again, they're 2-2 for holding last against full Uber ad, or decent Uber ad, and gonna be in the same situation, and I'd put my money on them holding this. Unless bot mode gets a lot more aggro and gets a lot more damage out. The sniper all the way left with Trip holding the shutter open. Gonna get it locked down, and they're gonna try something new. Go through the left side. They pop in bomb on the demo. They're gonna catch out the sniper and maybe even the demo. This is a really good Uber. If they can get this
Sai's doing
demo,
such a great job stalling, but he doesn't get cleaned up by Jay eventually. The sentry gun's still up though, and the Uber's gone, so that's a bit of a worry here if he has to keep that up. It does go down, so we'll switch back. Tons of cleanup coming in from Jay as Trip goes down. 4 people on the point right now, everyone trying it. Bomb in from Patty, but he gets blown up, and that is the tie, 1-1 as 100B takes that round after a very long stalemate. We only have 2 minutes left in the first half, I think.
and this is the moment for the Uber. Patty is not doing a pocket rollout. I want to see, is he going to do it? There has been a clip where he did get a 6K after doing this mid, and it looks like he's going to try and go for it. If he hits the speed shot, he does, and he's going to get on the demo. He hits a good rocket,
Didn't
but
have
it's
enough
not
health
enough.
to hit a second, so he will go down early there. Right now, the numbers advantage is for 100B as they're jumping forward, trying to take advantage of it. Yosh very low, does end up escaping, and is this a pause we have at the end of the round? And it does look like we're back, so that was just temporary. Sandblast's gonna trade Showstopper. Immediately, Trip gonna get traded back by Jay, so both meds did keep Uber. It's just a very fast mid that went wrong very quickly, so they're just gonna, call it quits on that one. Play it on second instead.
Best case scenario for King's Crew is don't lose a round, because you do not want to lose a round in the last seconds. That is the worst thing.
Yeah,
They're going to
playing
commit
28
on the med,
minutes.
they get a force. What? That is a horrible pop. They're going to get at least 2 people for it, and that's actually... Okay, maybe I was wrong, but Bear being
You
full...
gotta wonder, they have to want to get this right now, because if they don't, then it's going to be like 30 seconds left with a full Uber push coming in. They do have positioning on second, but once those spawners are up for 100B, that you can tell they're going to want to try to get this round right before the half ends.
Bear's going to get this Uber right at the end, but 100B's got to start going. They can't wait for bot mode to get here, really.
Yep,
The map
like
is too
30
long.
seconds.
And they're trying to edge the point. They get a bit of ground, and Kingstree's going to concede, give up second. And this is playing into 100B's hands. They're going to get one last Uber, one last shot to win the round. Bot mode just getting here. They're going to pop in, kill Trip. Gonna try and get on the gun. They get the gun down. This is looking really good. They're all over the med.
Med's all alone. That's gonna be no one left to defend the point. We have flankers coming in though as 2 scouts and Patty do come up. It's up to the cleanup crew right now. 1 scout goes down, just Sandblast and Sai. It's just Sai v2 right now. Can he hold this? He gets bot mode, but he does not get Yite. And Yite is gonna cap that up with 3 seconds remaining. So for King's Crew, that has to feel awful. You played 28 minutes on a clean sheet. Then in the last 2, you go down at the half.
Yeah, Yite starting the half with a 3K, ending the half with a 2K in last cap, and you hate to see it. It was looking so good at the end. A Bear died, they get a bunch of trade kills, but Yite cleaning up 2 players and bot mode trading with Sai, and it's... You saw the mid once, it didn't work perfectly, but once upon a time, Patty did do that rollout and got a 6K on a mid. So maybe next half you see something like that. But if I'm them, I'd be playing the same exact way. The only reason you lost is that last round.
Second.
Yeah, that was... They got 2, but they didn't go for anything else. I think they really needed to. But they were playing to the clock. It's the whole saying of you shouldn't play not to lose. You should play to win. I don't know exactly it goes, but they played not to lose, and they got punished for it. Playing too cautious.
Yeah, it's probably just the end of half nerves. They're probably thinking, as we only need to hold out for 30 more seconds here, let's just play it back. But you gotta push the advantage that you do have, and when that Uber is fading from you, you have to realize that 100B are gunning for that round. So either way, they do end up being successful in their push, and with a 2-1 lead at half, we gotta wonder what's going on in the table, what this result would mean. One this close and with this low points, so both teams, that's gonna be weighing on their minds as we are gonna look to get started here soon.
The closer the match, the better. I just thought about it. Rounds don't really matter. It's just how many rounds you get in comparison. So if they do end up 2-1, they're going to get a decent amount of points, and that's good. They just want to keep this match close. They don't want to get steamrolled the second half, because if they do, the door is wide open for Rat Jail.
Yep, definitely. And we can take a look at the stats a bit here. Would you see Patty did top frag the server there, tied with Yite at 23. Patty second damaged it at 300. And looks pretty standard across the board. The only thing is Saigai's DPM is pretty low. He's under 200, lowest of any combat class. So he did hit some nutty pipes, and he did hit a lot that mattered. It's just it didn't seem like he was getting a lot of damage when the actual exchanges were happening.
Well, a lot of the time they were on the aggressing side, so he was mainly holding traps, and you don't really get spam damage on offense pushing into these stalemates. So That was the main reason, because bot mode on the other end was shooting all the doors that they were peeking, so he did get all the damage. So I wouldn't look at that to reflect it, because the most of this game was just really slow and methodical, and 100B just didn't break the stalemates and ended up eventually breaking to 100B, who got 2 great Uber ad last pushes in. And Kingshoes, they got to talk something up. They got to come up with a mid, because they lost all 3 mids. And that is a horrible sign. You're not going to win a game most of the time if you lose the majority of the wins, if not all of them. They need to get something together and at least get the other team's med and don't let the other team have a good chance into last.
Yeah, that said, it was an incredibly close half. Down to the wire, the teams were inseparable, until that last 5 seconds. So both teams, all their players were playing incredibly well. It just came down to the big plays when it mattered. And a lot of the big players that were making plays, like Trip, was doing it the entire half. He was always getting the forces and the medic kills when he needed to. And the side of 100B, they had always such good collapses in. And like that, we are readied up. So it's going to be the next mid fight. Let's see if 100B can make it 4 in a row here.
Yeah, so I want to see what Patty does, because the last few mids he's been sitting in garage waiting for Trip to high bomb and then going when no one's looking, but it looks like they're going to go for more of a standard mid. Everyone catwalk, everyone taking the same spam. Trip's in on the side, gets damage on the soldier, damage on the scout. Patty's in on the med and gets a
3K rocket from Patty. He jumped so high there, and Trip was on low ground getting that damage in. Air pipe in from Silent Ash, denying the counter sack, and a rocket in from Trip denies Showstopper. That is an instant ace for King's crew, with Patty being the only casualty.
Just
but
firing on all cylinders. Trip doing a perfect bomb in, bomb out, bomb back in, draws all the eyes, and Patty, they don't even know he's in the skybox and lands on 3, taking 3 down and himself, because no one can kill Patty but himself. Unstoppable force.
Yep, and that will be the full Uber advantage for King's crew once they get this capped up. They're going to look to push straight into last. They do have a level 2 sentry gun for the side of Yate, but he does instantly go down to spam, so going to look to rebuild it, but he's definitely not going to have time if King's crew go faster. They're looking to go through the pipes up top, walking through with the Uber onto Sandblast, walking in, gun trying to get taken down by the soldier. It does go down as they will have to swap off. Team's getting spread out on last as the heavy is up to defend, but he's not getting much done. Does end up floating a soldier. Patty will end up cratering. Does trade up Ash though, so even in death he gets a kill. Sandblast killing Yate as both teams just spreading out on point. It's only 2 left for the side of 100
needs a soda clutch.
He couldn't
get it. Doesn't get it. And the Uber actually didn't end up that great, but they get 2 picks at the end of it and they get all the ground. That heavy was looking worrisome, but he ended up shooting the soldier. I think Sai just got free spam on him. Once again, I want to see what Patty does. Patty is the 1-2 watch. He's the one doing the magic, doing all the work. So
as we'll see the catwalk rollout coming in again for both teams. Yosh going to walk up with them. Bombo does drop down first, so we'll end up getting low ground spam by Sagai. Looks like 100B are trying to walk up forward onto their crates, trying to get this damage in. Ooh, the Bear ate a pipe, so he's incredibly right. I'm gonna have to rotate to get this pack. Bomb in from Showstopper, gets Sagai. Ash trades back in as Trip. The double bomb is in from the soldiers of King's crew. They're gonna get 1 kill. Can't really find 2. It is the medic, but King's crew need to get their med out if they want this advantage to stick later.
Now just Patty behind. Really good bomb from Trip. Patty's trying to catch up to the players. 1 good rocket on the scout gets him, and he's going to be able to stall mid, or at least get on the
Can he get bomb mode here?
Bad bomb, and he gets clipped by the wall and just piped. But really good job from King's crew, just getting out, keeping the super head. But Show got into the other team's drop. The problem is, if anyone checks lunch, they're going to see, and it looks like Yosh does see him, and he should be able to get caught out. And that was a high-risk play, and it didn't pan out. With the drop down being so open, that's going to be 1 soldier down on mid, and it's all on Ash to try and get a force here. Gonna bomb in on Garage, gets balled, and that's going to be over for him most likely.
Yep, there's going to be a scout fight in these garages, but high bomb coming in from Trip. Going to see what he can get on the other side of mid. Does force that soldier back into garage as no casualties happen, but good space control by King's crew. They're going to get mid without having to pop here.
Yeah, the Uber is about to come out, but Patty does not care. They're trying to get through.
They want to go fast, yeah.
They actually pop in, and this Uber is looking really bad, especially with the Uber coming right back out from 100B, and Patty getting caught. Bear's really close.
Yeah, he's going to die.
Actually,
he surfs the hit scan out, and he does make it back to a garage, so good kite out from King's crew. They only lose Patty in that fight. Ash gets traded too, so it's even numbers.
Behind, gets a soldier.
Yep, bot mode pipes out Trip though, so the numbers are in the favor of King's crew. They're gonna get spawner in as scout cleanup is coming in. Jay walking forward and getting 2 big meat shots onto Yosh and Psy Guy. Gonna end up cleaning those 2 up, and it's 4v3, but all the momentum's had by 100B as they take control of yard.
Bomb would hit 2 stupid pipes, one on the scout, one on the demo, and that just instantly ended the fight. And Kingscrew's not trying to let 100B get this mid for free. Patty getting shot at by everybody
stunted
in the world. And he's not going to get the scout. And even Ubers again, but 100B, I think for once they're on the aggressing side of a stalemate. Every time they're ahead, they just roll. But now they're going to try and get into right yard. Jay gets through, clearing the stickies. Trying to get behind. Get his team through the door. 4-4 and bot mode taking a lot of spam. Ash in, there's so much chaos. They get the demo down.
Behind though. Does end up forcing onto Bear, so great play by Showstopper to get that one in. 4-4 has Uber, but he's going to try to get run down here. Will he use to save his scout, but not even taking any damage as Jay. Perfect dodges there. Bot mode is likely going to get caught out here. 60 HP, does get cleaned up. 4-4 kept Uber and Jay alive, but they're going to have to back up and seed mid. They can repush when they get spawners.
For the force, and they can most likely stop this mid before Kingscrew gets the cap, but the problem is with this much cap time, this is back cap central. Ash is in, Ash does get picked off, they don't pop it. 4-4 milks it. 4-4 is a madman. I thought he would have popped through that door instantly in a really good play, and now they're going to have 50 ad and mid to work with.
Yep, that cap never actually went over to Kingscrew, so right now 100B looking to walk through that choke. Getting spammed a lot as bot mode is going to get piped and rocketed in combination, and he's going down, so that push isn't looking good all of a sudden.
That's insane.
Yeah, Bear does a fake call, so they think 100B going to try to play passive here. I do think they know they're going to have it shortly anyway, so they're trying to walk through garage here. Bomb in from Patty, trying to get anything. Does end up getting Showstopper as Tripwire gets Ash, catches him out on that catwalk. More spam coming in as he gets right on the cleanup too.
So much damage.
And he forces 4-4. Perfect catwalk from Trip there to get all that damage.
Sai's actually in, and I don't think they know. He gets bot mode, he gets a lot of damage out onto Jay. And that's a really good refight. I thought it was looking bad, but Ash gets cleaned up in garage, but Ash is on Spy with Yite on Sniper. I would not be expecting this. This is a really good off-timing Spy. And he's just standing in the open. Trying to get some vision, get some calls out. And he's going to see that they're getting through garage and going right yard. Now he has to decide if he wants to go for a big pick like the med or like maybe stop the cap, get a demo. He's going to decloak. Behind the demo. And he's going to get in, gets him. And he's just going to draw a lot of eyes, and this is going to allow for a lot of spam and a lot of movement from the side of 100B.
Yeah, that said, the cap is still going to come in for Kingscrew as 100B don't have Uber to contest yet. They only have 90. Ash going to get caught out, though, so he will be back and ready to respawn. 4-4 going to have Uber as Yite opting into heavy instead of engineer for this defense, probably because they are down Ash. They don't want to get fast pushed on. Right now, Kingscrew walking through upper, trying to see what they can find here as Yosh is in last, along with a high bomb from Trip. Doesn't find anything. Yosh doesn't find anything either, and it's going to be a really good defense right there from 100B to keep all their advantages.
Oh, he's on Spy again.
Really
good surf from 4-4 though. Not getting stuck on the pipe and flying out into spawn. Now it's going to be Ash on Spy, Sandblast
might have seen him.
taking a 1v1.
Sandblast might have seen him, and the shutter's opening right now, so they might know he's there.
Oh, he got bumped.
Yeah, that's
they
unlucky.
know for sure. And he's going to be able to get out.
Oh,
they
Bear
get
dropped to
Bear.
spam in Z. That's so unfortunate. And with that, 4-4 going to look to pop forward or keep his players alive. They're going to look to
Yosh
milk
is going
this.
to
Yosh
last.
going for back cap. Who's
There's
there? Ash is there. Yeah, no, it's happening.
Yeah, but Patty wanting to go for that trade. With Baron Z, you know he wanted to exploit out on the point, but just a pipe hit him on the foot and drops him. And that's a blunder. That's horrible to see. 2-2 right now the score, but 100B, they have the control of the map right now with the Uber ad. Sticks above catwalk. Gonna get through garage.
Trip's going for the high bomb here, trying to see what he can find. Finds a scout in choke, but does get enough damage to kill him. Gets killed. Patty gonna bomb that anyway and trade for Yite. Gets a showstopper too, so that's not the worst trade in the world. Demo man up here in garage trying to just get space, but like that, mid's gonna cap up for 100B. 4-4 still has Uber, and Kingscrew are building it.
Yeah, so it looks like 100B is gonna take it slow, spawning the Yite sniper, and with it being a tied game, 100B is not going to give up this lead. And maybe a pause, maybe a stutter. Looks like it's going to be a pause.
Yep, so we can talk about the game a bit here, finally slowing down. It is 2-2, like you mentioned, tie game, and there's about 21 and a half minutes left in this second half to go around once this unpause comes through. And we do have Yet on the snipers looking to walk garage. Both medics are going to have Uber once this resumes as well, so it's going to be another fight in yard, even Uber exchange, trying to see who can come out on top of that as both teams are pushing for this tiebreaker round.
Yeah, so there's a couple angles you can recycle. Sniper's probably going to go garage, try and get a snipe, get the first shot off, into try and get the demo, maybe the med. There's going to be an unpause right away. And take it away on Yite while I'm gonna retry to the server.
Yep, yeah, it's going into that garage, trying to look through that doorway, looking to see what he can find. I do believe he was spotted out, so now we see Kingscrew moving behind those crates to avoid the sight line. So Sniper not going to be too effective right now unless he can get far forward. Soldier's going to bomb in, Patty trying to get him killed, but takes a lot of damage in return. When that Sniper's pushed back, Kingscrew do walk forward. Bot mode isn't on the flank though, that's really weird for a demo to be chasing, so...
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a throw trip, throwing the question mark in chat.
I don't blame him. That was something. The demo chased the soldiers. Sniper watching choke. Patty really good jump in onto the sniper. That's going to end up being a feed. But if Kingscrew can do something off the space they get, but
Sniper's still there. He's uncontested. Trip gets headshot down. He's going to get bombed out, cleaned up. Yeah, so Bear eventually going to pop solo on the scout right now. Is he does have a slightly better Uber, but too many players left over for Kingscrew. They're going to look to cut this one out. Yosh is the sacrifice to that better Uber as it's 4 up. Ubers are going to be even on the refight, and we're stalemating yard again, it looks like.
It looks like 100B's going to get through choke with their projectiles. Show getting a lot of damage out on the sandblast. Patty's in. Does a bit of damage, gets away. A lot of damage, scout weak, demo weak, and it looks like Kingscrew's going to get out of there and concede yard. So good job from 100B taking another cap point there. 7 CP, you'd love to see. Took yard. I don't know what happened. Maybe mumble lagged, something like that. And this is where the pause did happen. Even Ubers, 100B poking point. Yite actually running in, taking 1v1 with Yosh is just going to get cleaned up.
Yeah,
Show gets cleaned up as well.
That, so that's going to be a 2-man advantage coming in as Trip does walk eventually into an Iron Bomb roller, so he does get killed by that. Both medics have Uber looking to try to push forward, but King2 just looking like they want to stem it here. They're actually going to walk out into their right yard, trying anything they can, but Yosh walks into a sticky trap from bot mode, so that's going to be a numbers advantage back in favor of 100B. They're going to be able to peek the shutter and walk in for fairly free. That said, they're taking a lot of spam from upper. As the drop down from Patty, trying to get that Uber forced, he does, and he gets saved too, so it's going to be a pretty even Uber, slightly better for side of 100B, as Patty's getting juggled around, does get back, bomb in the back from Ash, trying to get anything he can, but gets cleaned up. Now Patty going to try to get that cleanup on the scout behind him. There's a chaotic fight in the backline here as Showstopper and Jay fighting for their lives. Jay gets cleaned up and Showstopper does get as well by the scout, but bomb mode hits an exit pipe onto Yosh. Eventually it is going to be that advantage for Kingscrew, 2 men, and they're going to try to walk through garage as 100B's retreating through choke.
Yeah, Yosh was 1 HP that whole time, screaming for a bow, and he goes into Z and dies to a trap, but it looks like Kingscrew's going to get through garage. Patty making so much space. Trip going off of it, a lot of damage out, but it does not look like anything's coming off of these. Trip getting cleaned up. Sandblast getting aggro onto Ash, 8k, and leaving his med to dry. Bear getting picked again. That is terrible.
Yeah, Kingscrew just a bit too greedy on that. They were trying to get into mid, but they didn't have the health or positioning much to get in and actually get it. So now it's going to be 100B walking through yard, full Uber advantage. Second is free for them, and this is their chance to break the stalemate.
Sandblast feeling it, and I don't blame him. He was on an AK, but his medic does not have the ability to leave. So full ad again from 4-4. I think they're probably 2 for 4 on Uber ad last pushes now, with the last 2 working, and you gotta see what bot mode does, because you've seen him bomb, you've seen him walk, but the last 2 times I think he's bombed, and they get really aggro, try and get on the gun. They're gonna get through the left shutter. But they're actually going to rotate, drawing all the eyes there, and Right's going to be free with a sniper.
Ooh, the gun's still building. It's going to end up getting down immediately by the Uber as the Uber's popped in left from 4-4. A lot of players spread out as Kingscrew don't have theirs yet. Scout on the point, going to need to get on that to block it, or Kingscrew. They do get 2 kills of cleanup, a 3rd onto bot mode, but the soldier collapse is here. They're so low, but they can't get that actual cleanup, and now Kingscrew with 3 alive are going to successfully defend that against a full Uber ad, something they've been very good at doing.
Yeah, they was close though. That cap time was scary, but Patty and Patty and the crew really secured that. But all 4 spawners up from 100B, so it's not going to be easy. Yite getting behind. I don't think they saw him.
I think I see him now.
He showed himself. He could have tried to go behind, but he's going to...
Ooh, air shot.
Yep, can't fight Patty there. He is the king of the crew.
Yep, so this full Uber had by Bear going to allow King's Crew to walk forward. A man advantage 2 will help them. No pick classes to worry about, so they can walk through this. Sniper free, don't have to worry about that one. As Sandblast gets dead on, good trap by bomb mode to get that advantage back. Patty's walking through, does get that Uber popped on him in time as he's jumping across the crates. Ooh, air shot onto Ash by Trip there to stop him from getting back into garage. So it is an Uber used for mid and 1 kill, but 100B want to re-push off that. They're going to try to get players in as Patty is left out and does get killed before he can get back into garage. Showstopper escapes too. So Yite gonna bomb forward and he does kill Psy Guy with that one. It's gonna be a man at
only
him.
projectile. This second's gonna be really hard to hold, especially with no Uber. Uber about to be up from 100B. This is another bad situation. 100B should be able to steamroll this point in the next, but Trip is rolling people.
Ooh, and he gets the force too.
That's such a good play, and that's terrible from 100B. You can't let that happen. And he just turned the entire fight around. Demo down. They have Uber ad now. They're going to have a foot in the door for this.
Yeah, and 100B couldn't walk forward if they wanted to because 1, they're down their demo, and 2, the second wasn't even gapped yet. So that was perfect timing by Trip there to make sure his team still has a fighting chance in the round. And that said, they've had a fighting chance every time they've had the DOS defense, even without Uber. So even then, really good play by him, and it's going to be just an Uber build right now for King's Crew trying to get this in time.
But they weren't building that great. It's only going to be 20 ad. They're going to try and go through Nest with Patty, or Heaven up top with Patty. None of these are calls. Patty's getting through, trying to get on the med. They get the demo down.
4-4's at 95. He does get it after Bomber drops, and they're going to instantly repop into second right now. Scout running in, and Bear is left out. Sandblast going to get pistol down as well, so that push does not go well for King's Crew at all, as now they're on the back foot. They didn't cap second either, so this last point is exposed. One more cleanup jump from Showstopper and Ash getting 2, and that is the surprise 3rd round coming in. So that's 3-2 right now for 100B with 15 minutes left.
Great drop from Show. He was actually hiding and waiting for them to walk by, and he jumped in and caught them all out. And is Patty doing the mid? He's not. I'm disappointed. But I want to see Trip. There's been a lot of the high bombs and just initiating the mids.
Choke this time instead of catwalk, so they
may try and left
different
mid here.
Yeah.
They're gonna immediately roll out left, try and get in the other team's garage. Sandblast peeking it. Gonna get aggro. Patty in the other team's garage. They're gonna clean up the lone player there, but does
Medic
get a
on
trade.
Bear. Ooh, Bear's 1 HP. Couldn't get that full damage rock and a side pipes down Ash just in time. And that's going to be a 1-man advantage for the side of King's Crew, but their health is worse. They got to wait and get healed up first as Trip and Bear are in the red. Bomb in from Psy Guy trying to get damage. Does pipe down Ash. Gonna get a lot of damage onto crates, forcing them off. Does get cleaned up by Yite in the end though. So now team's going to just refight. Uber is had by Bear before 4-4, but they're not going to be able to use anything with it. They drop 2 on the back end. They still have it, but they don't want to pop it.
Oh, Sandblast is upset. He wanted to take that trade, but Bear said no. But really good job from Jay and Yite, just shutting down Trip and locking them out, killing Psy overextending. And 100B's going to get really aggro and already take second, especially with 2 players down. Jay's going in for a
far
sack.
forward, yeah.
And that may actually going to give up the really aggressive hold that they just had.
Yeah, they're going to have to back off the shutter right now. They do have full Uber as well as the side of King's Crew, so both teams going to stalemate outside of the second point once again. But now the onus is on King's Crew for sure. They're going to eventually have to try to win around somewhere. Scout fight going on in the right yard as everyone's running in. Trip going to get killed by Showstopper on that crater, yeah. He was bombing.
Trip shot the soldier up and just spun in a circle and saw nothing.
Yeah, so that's going to be a...
J Pyro. I've seen 7 do this at I-63, I-61, one of those. And they're going to try and edge point and maybe get a reflect on someone and just keep pressuring, making space. And let's see how it works. He's going to get shot by all the scouts.
He needs a buff to do that, so hopefully he does get arrowed back up here. Now here's his buff. He's at 200 now, walking in, trying to get these stickies off the point. Down to 80. He's going to try to get cleaned up by, but that Z-hide is good enough to get him out alive. He's at 40 now.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe 7 was onto something and just Jay doesn't know. I don't think it worked for 7 either, so I don't. Maybe this is just not a real thing, but you love to see it. First the heavy, now the pyro. Got to see a bit of innovation here.
And they got a repertoire coming in for this second push, as it is very difficult, as proven by the match so far. Both teams gonna be back full HP. Jay's still on the pyro, so they're gonna have to see what they want to do with that. If he wants to walk in again, he's gonna need that full buff, and he's probably gonna need some support from Z as well.
I'll see it. Something I'd want to see is the pyro going lunch and making room for a soldier sack, because only soldiers really play top watching this. If you can get one reflect in, they could easily get a bomb through that door. And now Jay on the crates gets insta-give. Patty's on the shotgun, this close quarters. And this is chatty mode activated. You got to see him go in. Take a trade. He's typing. 7 tried that. Didn't work.
Like
he's not wrong.
It's like they're reading
there
our
for
minds.
7 minutes.
Yeah. So Jay gonna be spawned up in a second. We'll see what he goes, and he is back on the pyro. Yeah, they want to keep doing it. Not gonna take Patty's word of advice here. They still want to try to force this pyro into second here.
I want to see the pyro in lunchbox. Make space for your soldier sack. It sounds amazing in my mind. Don't know how it actually play out on paper.
Yeah, so Jay right now walking back up to the shutter. Doesn't want to go lunchbox quite yet like he wanted to, so we're just gonna be stalemate out here. But again, Kings or 100B aren't too upset about this. They do have that round lead, and there's only 10 minutes left. So Jay gonna walk in again, trying to get reflex. Does deny some spam from bot mode. He's getting a lot in return. Denies another rocket from Patty, so they are getting ground into this second point.
Yeah, no one's shooting rockets at him when he wants. Patty even has the shotgun. He does not need to play his games.
Ooh, Yite tried to sack in through bottom right with the pyro distraction, but doesn't get anything. So that's going to be man ad for side of King's Crew. And they're going to walk forward, trying to take more control of the second point.
Eventually, they need to do something. Unless they're playing for the round reset.
Rockets.
Oh, Patty tried. And now, one less soldier. You can definitely try and maybe make a bit more room with this pyro. Without the detonator, it's a bit more annoying to destroy those stickies, but Trip isn't even looking. Jay is getting...
Ooh,
he hits the reflex on the sandblast.
Apparently it did work, so...
Trip's
now
so
we
weak.
got...
He
yeah,
gets hit by
second
the
capped
flare.
up. So we got second cap up here. It's going to be a 10-second spawn timer for both the King's Crew's players. As even Ubers are had, they're going to take their pyro in left side with their team trading. Patty gets saved at 1 HP as the Uber comes out later. Yosh gets dropped in that, but it's going to be a better Uber for 100B trying to walk forward on the point. It looks pretty dire for the side of King's Crew unless they can get a good collapse in, but point is getting capped up really quickly. Collapse is in, but too many sticky kills and so sticky damage coming in.
You can't stop the pyro. You can't stop the pyro. Look at him go.
Up. Apparently it is good. So up 4-4 chiming in chat. It does work.
Patty spoke too soon.
Yeah.
And he's still on the shotgun.
Shouldn't have jinxed himself.
This mid with a shotgun may be a bit ancient. He's not going to be able to do those high bombs, and if he does, he's chipping off like 100 HP. But he's going to have a shotgun to play with at least. So I want to see Patty again. Patty's the one that makes it happen. He's doing some interesting things. Looks like he's going to go bottom right. Maybe a trip high bomb and bomb from bottom right. And it looks like it's going to happen. They get in onto
a lot of damage in, but they couldn't finish off any kills. Only Ash goes down as Yite and Jay combine for the soldier cleanup. And now King's Crew trying to back up. Air shot onto Yosh, going to make him crater. Great by Showstopper to secure that scout kill. And it's just bear up. He probably will get chased down by Yite here. No scout throwing him out. Looks pretty dire. Trying to win the 1v1, but go for the salt and kill binds.
Yeah, the 3 mids I brought up earlier, that was the third. You either go choke catwalk or you go garage and just trying to bomb. Try and kill them on catwalk and the crate and catch them out, but really good job from the scouts, shutting down Patty, shutting down Trip, and that's a meat market mode. Didn't pan out though.
Yeah, it did not pan out. Full Uber for 404. Bear's never gonna get this Uber in time for this push, as Sentry Gun is out from Sandblast, only level 1. Yosh on the sniper trying to watch his right, 100B's left spawn gate. Uber's out, does take the shot, but can't find the medic, so now they know they're gonna get this Uber in the right door, as Gun is the first target, gonna get killed by bot mode on that, so now Scouts are spreading out trying to find damage. Soldier's gonna bomb the point now, do kill Yite with those rockets, as the counter bomb is out from 100B. They have control of the high ground now. Gonna look to shoot this Soldier, going for the air shot. Might have been a bit of a throw, but do end up killing that guy, but it is now only two up for the side of 100B. Just Jay and 404. And they're gonna have to get out here, so successful defense by keeping him alive. Ooh, great pipes by side, double fight.
Oh, Sandblast is going for it. This may be bad.
He on the receiving end.
Overextends, which he does. And now second cap's going to be a lot harder, especially with no scout cap time.
Yeah, got a bit greedy for that medic kill. They were always going to have this Uber out, so it wasn't really necessary, as it does. Second is going to cap out for King's Crew, but the man ad's going to make them play a bit more passive. Showstopper's on this forward spawn. Going to look to try to get a medic force once King's Crew walk out here, but they're just going to pop immediately out into yard. So to Showstopper see what he can find here. Oh, serve from 4-4 back into the enemy team, as backcap is in from Showstopper.
They have
They're
two
trying
behind.
to, yeah, and Yite. They're gonna try to fight this, but they're surrounded from all sides. They do kill Sandblast, whether by purpose or by accident, but the scouts are all in here now. The cavalry's in trying to make this happen, but they get cleaned up. Jay gonna go down to Yosh as well as Showstopper, but Yite in, trying to get cleaned up, and he gets Yosh and Bear. Great play by Yite to come in at the last moment and secure that second point, and it's just Side Guy up. He's trying to get any kills he can. Does get Yite. It's demo duel right here on second for Control.
This is awful. This is the worst demo fight ever. This is so sad.
Take out the
This is
Scrumpy.
so sad.
Take out the Scrumpy.
Okay,
they're
they both get
each
out.
other. Yeah.
Oh,
no!
never mind. He catches the pipe.
Unlucky, but now the soldiers are back in for Kings who are trying to contest, but they gotta be careful not to get caught here in this upper. One rocket could kill them both here. They're so low as they are gonna get alive. Scouts rushing in last before the Sunshine Gun is built. It's a bit late. Yosh gets the headshot into bot mode, so chaotic fight continuing as both teams gonna be down 2 players. Spawns up from Kings here. They want to walk back in here. No rest here as we're gonna walk into second. Jay and bot mode are going to be respawners, so it's a man advantage fight. Yosh going down to trip as finally second is held by King's crew. Oh, but Soldier's in upper. He's going to go for this back cap, and he can get it too. The Soldier's dead. It's just Scout, and they're going to run back. Alright, they got him. Whew. Catch our breath. Nope, yard fight. You take
Uber's
this one.
about to come back in,
You
and
take
they're
this
going to
one.
get caught. There's so much damage from the demo. And this should be round.
Bear's
That
dead.
was... Oh, you hate to see it, especially with Jay and bot mode dying there and letting them get into second. They weren't expecting the Uber, and with no demo med, this should be game over.
Yeah, it's so hard to get this point defended as it's just going to cap up. Bombs can't get there in time, and it was an exciting match. It ended 5-2 for King's Crew, which was my prediction. Not mean to brag, but... Or not King's Crew, excuse me. 100B, our 5-2 winners.
I knew I shouldn't have trusted Trip. He lets me down every time. Yeah, and with that match, that is King's Crew's season over, in the entire season is it's based on how RGL does against High Five Demo. RGL actually got 0.5 points off that, and that's gonna really bring these games close together.
Yep, it feels bad for King's Crew because they played really well, and you have to feel like if they refined their play a bit more and took less bad decisions at crucial moments, they really are a team that can contest for probably placement even. So, unfortunate for them that their season ends here, but hey, they can work on it, they can come back stronger, and they're definitely a fun team to watch.
Okay, from looking how this works, and any of these 3 teams could miss playoffs. If RGL gets enough points off of High Five Demo, they could make it over King's Crew, and then High Five Demo would also make it over King's Crew. But if High Five Demo beats RGL pre-convincingly, it's over. RGL needs 0.75 points off this game, and the most you can get from a loss is 1. So they're going to need a close game, or they need to win to make playoffs. And it's going to be a nail biter. You got to look forward to that one later on in the season.
Yep, gonna be a tough ask there as we have the logs on screen for you guys. Crazy game. Patty getting 41 kills, Sandblast and Jay getting 40, Yite getting that 41. So a lot of players breaking that 40 bomb mark. And it was such a fast-paced game at the end. Kills started happening. It's like the first half teams were playing so slowly, 1-1 for 28 minutes. No one broke that 2-round margin, but immediately in the second half, once things got fast, things got real fast.
Yeah, the difference between 100B, they're content to sit there. They have more faith in King's Crew making a mistake than themselves, so they're just going to play it slow. But King's Crew got a lot more active during these fights, these stalemates, and didn't end up paying off, but they did get a couple points from this match, and it's going to give them a good chance to make the playoffs. But everything's in the hands of RGL High Five Demo, the last match of the season that at least has something to do with the playoffs.
Yep, and that one will be an important match, most important match so far for determining who makes it there. So that's going to be a great one to look at in the future here. If we have any closing remarks, Marmalou here, this one.
Trip disappointed me again. I'll have a talk to him about it later, but congrats to 100B finishing off their season, making the playoffs, and excited to see him on LAN.
Yep, definitely. So exciting match over. Thank you all for tuning in and watching this one. I'm not sure if we will have a cast for that Rat Jail High 5 match. If we do, the announcements will surely be going out. So until the next cast, I'm Zagron with Marmalu here, Dolphin behind the camera. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.